these things here, these lines coming off. This is filled with these. This is kind of untouched. People climbed around here, walked that rock, wouldn't be sitting there like that.
So what is that geology?
It's volcanic origin. I don't know what it is. It's funny that they're in these trees, but I mean, look up there. This is really volcanic.
Yeah.
Something. With the flow that came through here, and this is maybe some of these are actually left by erosion. You see these things up here? They've obviously been scoured out around, and they're left. And maybe glaciers even. The glacier movement kind of went around them and sculpted around them, left those. Other parts, maybe some things were carried some distance and deposited. I don't know, I can only conjecture, but it's gorgeous. Why would the trees be so dead? All these trees were once alive, and now everyone of them is dead. It's eerie. Isn't it eerie? This is eerie. There's not a living tree out here. There's a lot of bushes and a lot of grasses, but all the trees are dead. Oh, that's the one I want to climb, but this one is the one I'm going to climb. This is climb. You can look up into that valley up there, but you can't because you're looking the wrong way. There's a scouring out in that valley. Up on the rock I could see it better, but there's a lot of this exposed up in that canyon up there. Oh my goodness, you and I are going to have a hard time getting out of Montana. We're not even there and we're not moving. When we get to Montana, it's going to be even worse. There is something. Okay. Oh, now this.
Wait a second. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
This is a glacial erratic. That is not native to this area. That was left here by the last glacier flow. Just left sitting there. It's waiting. to continue his journey. And this guy's sit here for 20,000 years. It's not doing much. It's just waiting. Then maybe it'll end up scouring. It'll be the bottom and it'll end up being something that scours and scrapes. It'll end up next time being something about this big that we'll look at. Sunflowers. See the entrance to Lake Missoula. This is into a place where you can see we've got this broad area, this sort of plain, this floodplain behind us, flood out plain. We had this is all glacial covered at one time, but the glaciers are melting. There's got to be a narrow neck somewhere where the sun really doesn't hit very much, even just maybe, and it stays ice. And there it is, right up in there. That's where the ice plug was. So on this side of the ice plug, the glacier's melted. There's glacial melt broadening it out behind us. But still, behind this ice plug, there is a lake impounded. As all the glaciers melt, this lake builds deeper and deeper. And that's Lake Missoula. And this is the plug. The plug is in here. It's dark in here. That ice is holding maybe for centuries. And then maybe there even comes a point where there's a spillway. But once that spillway starts, that plug is not going to last long. And then suddenly that plug breaks. This lake empties in a titanic flood.
There you go.
So
Interesting.
you can see into where the dam was. The dam had to have been many hundreds of feet tall. It pounded a lake that went all the way to Missoula, hundreds of feet deep. Draws a line, and that line cuts through your line of your field of vision. And almost always you see a magpie when it's flying and describing a line. It could be sitting on a fence, but you won't get very close to it before it takes off and draws a line.